Hi, Life in 4G. It's Coach Donna coming to you today to talk to you a little bit about doing things outside of your comfort zone. Let's see. How can I start this one? Okay. So, in growth and development, and not just in growth and development, but in everyday life, there are things that we're comfortable doing, and then there are things that we're not comfortable doing, just because we don't have experience in them, and we don't feel good doing them. It doesn't feel like we have the ability to continuously do it without failing. And I wanted to talk to you a little bit about the idea of being able to push yourself a little bit so that you grow and expand and don't stay stagnant in the place that's comfortable for you. Because I liken it to conversations that I've listened to people have, and specifically Lisa Nichols, where she talks about how, you play the keyboard goes from here to here, right? It goes from here to here, and you literally, when you're learning to play, first it's middle C, and you kind of get it going in middle C, and then after you get it going in middle C a little bit, then you're able to take it out a couple of chords and bring it back in a couple of chords and make things kind of flow a little differently. But when you master that thing, you're able to go in to out and out to in, and like over a little bit and over a little bit, and kind of play with it a little bit, and you tickle the whites and you tickle the blacks, and you do the whole thing all the way around. Well, that's how learning something new is. That's what it's like to go into something that you're not comfortable with and then try. Because when you start, you're scared and you're kind of playing in the middle, like right in the safety zone, because middle C is always right there. If you stick your thumb right there, there's middle C, and you'll always be able to find your way if you can find middle C. At least that's how it was for me when I started playing piano, when I needed to find my way. And even now, when I get a little lost because I haven't played it for a long time, when I get lost, I always know if I can find middle C, then I can find every other C on the board, and then I can create harmony. I can create melodies. I can create chords. And even if I don't completely understand all that I'm doing, I'm comfortable enough to try because I have my grounding of middle C. And the same kind of thing happens with your life. I'm in the process of this week working on new stuff, and I keep saying that to you guys, so I know you guys know that I'm working on new things. Well, I'm at the point now where it's time for me to stop playing right here. And when you get to the place where it's time for you to not play right here anymore, it's scary. And because you're comfortable, because you know this one right here is always going to hit middle C, and you can always find your way if you can just do middle C. And sometimes if all you've learned is middle C, then you're comfortable with your back up and your hands down and your foot pressing the pedal so that middle C sounds the best because you've mastered that place. But it's time for us to do beyond our comfort zones and go into places where we don't quite have all the answers. As long as we stay authentically who we are and we trust the process of growth and development, we actually will not only grow from here to here, but we'll actually create this thing that allows us to play on the entire keyboard of our lives. Because musically, you're stagnated if all you can play is right here. And in life, if you never get beyond the place that's comfortable and take some chances and go a little further out and take some more chances after you've learned that you actually can do a little more, to go a little further out so that you can get the entire breadth of your life being played on all the chords and all the measures in different times, at different ways. And sometimes it's classical, and sometimes it's jazzy, and sometimes it's modern, and sometimes it's rocky, and sometimes it's funky. But it's all your life being played. And if you don't play your whole life out, How many things will you leave behind that you didn't get a chance to do that somebody else needed from you? Heck, that you needed from yourself. How many things will you have at your oldest age that you say, man, if I could have only done this, then I would have had this life. It would have been better if I could have done this, or if I could have been that, or if I could have explored this part of the world. When that part of the world was always out there waiting for you, it was you who stayed comfortable and didn't go beyond that place in your mind that held you there. So, I'm talking to you today about becoming comfortable in allowing the expansion to take place and being authentic in the things that you don't know, because it is okay that you don't know everything. Because we are learning, growing, breathing organisms that grow beyond ourselves with experience and time and lessons. And yes, we will fail. No, it won't always be comfortable. But yes, it is absolutely necessary for us living life in 4G. Because that is beyond our right now scope. That's beyond this generation. And without us going beyond here, and even beyond here, getting way out to the full out parts of who we are, we don't fully live. And we're living full, peeps, and leaving empty. Because we live life in 4G. So don't be afraid to go beyond your comfort zone and be in the scary places of your life, because you need those places in order to be fully who you are. Life in 4G is living in God, living a life of gratitude, living a life of giving, and living unapologetically in your greatness. Thanks so much for being a part of my world, and have a great evening.